Hello and welcome everybody to another Lorwyn Eclipsed draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Diamond 4. The climb continues. We are trying to hit Mythic as quickly as possible. I have a draft today. I'm also going to be doing a stream for the patrons later today as well. So hopefully by maybe the next video, we'll be very, very close to Mythic. Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed or you wanted some singles for your standard Modern Pioneer Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that utilize their special magnetic technology so that all their products snap conveniently into place. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Alrighty, what do we have? What do we have? Goat Nap to go with that Goat Nap rare in Alchemy, but for me, I am looking at Nameless Inversion and Creekwood Safe Right as top options at uncommon. At common, we actually have almost nothing. There's a Box Slither's Embrace, which I do think it's worse than the other two black uncommons. And there's also Feed the Flames, which is just like an average level removal spell. I think you can go either direction. I think the Nameless Inversion is more, might be. Okay, so the Safe Right has a lot more upside. But, you know, I'm going to try something a little bit different here. I've been drafting a lot of Elves. I'm going to just take the Nameless Inversion because it's a lot more flexible of a pick, where if I do end up drafting Elves or Goblins, it's going to be a fine card to take in my deck. I just feel like, you know, I'm winning a fair amount, but I feel like maybe I need to shift things up just a little bit to kind of see where I'm going wrong with some of my drafts. All right, well, this one's going to be pretty easy. We're going to take Sig, Wanderwine Wisdom. Excellent card. Of course, you want to be blue-white if possible, but a welcome addition, and you can play this in just an Elementals deck if you want as well. Certainly the best card. Twilight Diviner is pretty mediocre, and nothing else really comes close to the power level of Sig. That was a double rare pack, by the way, so I'm curious what the person took. Now, in this world, I mean, it could have been a third rare very, very easily, but yeah, Sig is obviously great. All right, let's see here. Hexing Squelcher is a bit of a trap. No Merfolk in this pack, which, you know, after getting past the Sig, you would think that you might be able to find one here. So the best cards in this pack to me are Assert Perfection and Lissalana Dignitary. I mean, Assert Perfection also gives me the out of perhaps, you know, I'm going to just try something different here. I don't want to force Elves necessarily. I could still move into Kithkin. I'm going to take Perfection over the Dignitary and see where this goes. Obviously, I could have had Creekwood Safe Right and a Dignitary, but, you know, honestly, like Elves hasn't been going super well for me recently. Like, I have done fine, but I will move into it if it's very, very clearly open. And again, like a lot of my Elf decks recently just haven't had enough interaction. And I know, you know, the narrative is like you should make sure you take creatures, but I found that pushing that too far might be troublesome. Here, I will take the Dignitary. Now we saw a third and fourth pick Dignitary. We likely put the person that we passed into Elves. Really good shot, but we're obviously just trying to read the signals here from the right. Unexpected Assistance, also a fine consideration. But given that we're seeing this fourth pick with the Assert Perfection and Dignitary pack, I do think it's pretty safe for us to try to go in this direction. But now we have this pack, right, where there is a Deep Channel Duelist super duper late, and we got past the Sig. What is the person to our right doing? It's probably Elementals, right? It's probably Elementals. And maybe there's a Goblin Drafter here as well. So, yeah, I mean, a little bit of a concern here just because, but I think given this start and Moon Vigil Adherence is also really, really good, I think I should take this. But yeah, that's a Deep Channel Duelist, and that definitely hurts. But, you know, a well-balanced start here. 2 really good removal spells and 2 really good Elves. So hopefully we can continue down this path here. Now we have a late Kolrath Zealot for you Elemental gamers. Nothing here that I really like. There's not like a great Merfolk here in this pack either. I think I'm just going to take a Mischievous Sneakling just because it's a 2-mana elf. But this is purely just a mana curve / card that I'm putting in my deck just because it's the only possible thing that I can take here. All right, pack 1, pick 7. That is a late-ish Cinder Strike, but there hasn't been like a strong indication that Goblins is open. Like, that was a late Kolrath Zealot and a Cinder Strike, so maybe Elementals is a little more open than I thought. But I feel like this is kind of a tough pivot here. That is a good... Cinder Strike is a good card. Is there a world where I can go blue-red? I don't know. I'm just going to take the Sneakling. Just going to avoid red altogether and see if we can put together something here. Now, again, the other option here is like a Merfolk deck or something. I don't know, but that also seems like it might be kind of tough. Here we have Foraging Wickermaw, I guess, over any of these cards. Voracious Tome Skimmer, I don't really love. And pack 1, pick 9, again, just not the kind of stuff that we want. I'm not a Puka's Eye believer necessarily. There's a Gangly Stompling, and I guess if I need a 3-mana elf, we can just kind of move in. But yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of these elves are now being cut off here. I'll take Evolving Wilds over Temporal Cleansing for some mana-fixing shenanigans here. Now there's a late Peddler. Yeah, I mean, we saw that Dignitary, so, I mean, this kind of pushed us in a direction. But now, I mean, we can certainly keep ourselves, I guess, a little bit open. But then we open Champions of the Perfect and Figure of Fable. And I do believe Champions of the Perfect is better. Another Deep Channel Duelist, though, so that's probably maybe the other direction we could have gone. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure if Champions of the Perfect is better than Figure of Fable, but I think it's a lot more fun. Okay? Like, what do you all think? What do you think is better? I just like that this just gives you value, but this obviously also just ends games by itself, but I think we're set up for Champions of the Perfect here. Actually, it's been a while since I've drafted Elementals. I kind of want to draft Elementals, but obviously it's got to be a little more open. Here, we'll just take Box Slither's Embrace. Weak pack overall, there's a rare missing, and everything else just kind of stinks. So we'll just take the Box Slither's Embrace for our deck. I mean, nothing that we're really missing out on in any other archetype either. Embrace is probably actually the best card in that pack, outside of maybe the 2-mana 2/2 Kithkin. This is where, like, the Changeling role players do a lot of work. Obviously, the Sneakling is worse than Lissalana Informant and also the Scarblade Scout, but in a pinch, you play what you need to turn this into a functional collection of cards. All right, pack 2, pick 3, Eclipsed Marrow. Whew. There is an Iron Shield Elf. This card's also quite good, so I'm going to take it. It also makes blocking really tough with the Moon Vigil Adherence, just because you're like, okay, how many creatures can they discard so that I can use that as like combat tricks too if I need? But yeah, well, don't worry. I'm also keeping count, okay? That is an Eclipsed Marrow, 2 Merfolk Lords to go with the Sig, okay? At least in this instance, I'm at least taking a good card in the Iron Shield Elf, right? This is just straight up a good card, so it's not like I missed out on too much. That's a Grub. Very, very good in Goblins, of course, but not something that's great here. I do have 3 Changelings, but Reaping Willow is probably on average going to be better. There's no elves in this pack, but, you know, with the Reaping Willow, like, the Golgari decks are often doing a lot of self-mill stuff, so this gives you just the ability to grind people out in the late game to go with this Grave Shifter here as well. So, picking up, you know, all the 4-drops, which is often the case when you go into elves. And now I'll take Dose of Dawnglow. Now, this is not a card I love, but if you do have a lot of self-mill with Champions of the Perfect, it could be a fine card to play. Clearly, right now, things are being cut off here for us, but that makes sense given what we passed. Like, the best card that we passed in that first pack with the Nameless Inversion was a Creekwood Safe Right, and then it was, like, a Lissalana Dignitary, not that much past that, right? So, here, there's a Box Slither's Embrace versus Changeling Wayfinder. I'm just going to go with the Embrace here. Embrace the removal, if you will. Another Reaping Willow. Okay, so we're going to have a pretty black-heavy mana base here, based on what we're seeing here so far, but I'll take it. And now we're kind of getting to that point, though. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is far too late. So you know what this basically means? There are 0 Merfolk drafters at the table, but it is just far too late. Like, I just don't have enough cards here to actually make a proper pivot, so I can't take it. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Oh, man. I know, I know, I know. Blighted Blackthorn could be interesting if because I have the double Reaping Willow. It actually doesn't seem crazy to play. Still don't know that I don't think I want Dose of Dawnglow. I already have 2 Reaping Willows and a Graveshifter. I just feel like I don't need that many more recursion effects. Wow, that is a Sunderflock, which is great. One of the best cards in Elementals. There is a Blossoming Defense. I think that's worse than Assert Perfection. But for me, it's between Assert Perfection and Dawnhand Eulogist here. I think I'm just going to take another Assert Perfection. I have lots of 4-drops already. So as far as self-mill cards that I'm looking for, I would much rather pick them up in the cheaper slots, right? So I just don't need the Eulogist right now. Like, if I get one later, sure. But if I don't, like, I have 5 4-drops already. Okay, Eclipsed Elf. Kin Binding as well. I don't know that white felt super open, but man, getting one of the best rares in the entire set passed to us, that is unfortunate. Yes, once again. But Eclipsed Elf is one of the best uncommons in the format too, so I can't be too sad that I'm picking that up. So we're going to be taking this and happily putting it into our deck. Yes, I do see the Sigs command. I know. What could have been, right? What absolutely could have been. I could take another Sneakling. I don't really need to take Dawn's Light Archers. Honestly, this is not much better than these Changelings at 3. I'm going to take Midnight Tilling, though. This deck certainly does look like it needs some self-mill with the 3 recursion spells that we have, and having it at a cheaper mana cost seems like something that I'm interested in this deck. So first, Midnight Tilling I think has a lot of value here. Pack 3, pick 4. Unwelcome Sprite for an unexpected assistance for the blue-white decks. Nothing here for us, so I suppose I will take the Eulogist, but noting that, yes, I am mindful. I need to be mindful of my mana curve here, so yeah, this is a lot of 4s, 6 of them. So as much as I want to take Safe Right Cavalry here, what's our elf count? 6 with 5 Shapeshifters. I'm going to actually take Great Forest Druid. I think this is more a deck that wants to, like, needs a little bit of, like, the 2-mana ramp to get to this point. Also helps me cast the Reaping Willow. So this isn't like your perfect curve out where you have basically elves all across your mana curve. This is kind of a deck that we're piecing together, and we're just trying to put together a cohesive mana curve with some interaction and some synergies, and we're going to try to win that way. Oh, wow. And we set ourselves up. Look, so elves were somewhat open, right? Midnight Tilling in the pack, but I did just pick up a Great Forest Druid, and I have an Evolving Wilds. You better believe I'm taking this Maralen here. Okay. Well, that made the draft. That's making this draft way, way more exciting. Certainly, let's see. I have room for like one more card. This is where I kind of wish, I guess, I took the Changeling Wayfinder. I do have a Forge and Wickermaw, and I do feel like I need another 2. So in a pinch, I can certainly play this. Like, 1 isn't terrible to play. There's enough reason for me to play this card. I have Maralen. And I have Reaping Willow, which is a card that's kind of difficult to cast. So when you combine both of those, I think you can justify playing 1. But because I don't have any Vivid payoffs, I don't really think I want to play more than 1. But I think 1 can be... You can make a case... Oh my... What the hell is this pack? Pick 7. Busted Elemental. A 3rd Merfolk Lord with the 6... Okay, but I mean, look, I'm getting an Iron Shield Elf. Like, I can't be mad here either, right? Like, Midnight Tilling here is fine, but I think Iron Shield Elf is obviously better. Kolrath Zealot, like, I don't even know what's happening here. We need to cut another card. It could be a Sneakling or something. I don't love Requiting Hex. I'm probably not actually going to play this card. I have 5 removal spells, and they kind of cover all my bases. Jeez. I mean, you will, and this happens, right? You just occasionally get the draft where, like, one archetype is just so open. And I could have moved in. It was weird. I feel like the first couple of picks, other people were also trying to figure out their lane. And, like, at some point, people gave up on Merfolk. And then all of a sudden, like, everybody gave up on Merfolk at the same time. And then this is what happens. All right, so we got 3 cards to cut here. These are the spells. Balked Slitter's Embrace costs 5. I was considering playing the Blighted Blackthorn, but I think my curve's already too high. Like, it's kind of cute with the Reaping Willow, but I don't think it's necessary. Like, the Reaping Willow is just a good enough card by itself. So I think I'm just going to cut that at the 5 mana slot, and then we can look to cut. Basically, it's like Requiting Hex versus Foraging Wickermaw and Mischievous Sneakling. I think that's kind of what I'm looking at for my other cuts. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to play the Wickermaw here actually because of the double Reaping Willow and Maralen. Like these are some pretty gnarly, These are some pretty gnarly mana requirements. So I think the Wickermaw certainly helps with that. I think I can cut like one of the Sneaklings. And then it's between the Requiting Hex and the Sneakling, and we're at 17 creatures right now. I think I like the Sneakling as like my 6/2 drop. More 2-drops is also really good with the Assert Perfection. As far as mana curve, I kind of like everything here, and I kind of want to play all these top end cards as well. So I suppose I can cut like, I can consider cutting a 3-drop here for Requiting Hex maybe. I could also just cut a land. Is that greedy? What's my curve? 2.8. We actually have like a decent mana curve here. I think I can just cut Island. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue sources seems okay for the Maralen. And like the Great Forest Druid is basically replacing a Mana Dork. A Dignitary sometimes gets me a Mana Dork. Midnight Tilling can find me a land. Eclipsed Elf can also find me a land, and I only have the 1 5-drop. So yeah. All right, I've convinced myself to play 16 lands. Let's see how this goes. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to a variety of different benefits, including access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really good way to up your limited game. I post monthly videos for the Patreon only, along with monthly videos, monthly streams rather, for the Patreon. I'm about to do one actually right after this video on the day of the Super Bowl. So lots of good stuff. If you want to take your game to the next level, check it out. All right, opponent on the play here. We have Forest, Swamp, and a couple of 2-drops. Certainly going to keep this. All right, we drew a 3rd land, which is actually very big for us just because, you know, just being able to hit our mana drops. Iron Shield Elf or Lissalana Dignitary. Oof. Let's play the Dignitary. What's like the least? Yeah, I'm gonna reveal Gangly Stompling. It's like the least scary card to reveal there. Eclipsed Marrow, okay. I mean, this could be the person that has all the Merfolk cards. Maybe there was one Merfolk drafter. No, there isn't. They would have taken the Lord. Alright, so let's play Eclipsed Elf. I would like a Swamp. And based off of this, yeah, I absolutely will take the Swamp here. This way we can just get the Reaping Willows going. Can you imagine getting back Eclipsed Elf with Reaping Willow? Talk about value. But I don't think they're going to want to block, given that I have the Lissalana Dignitary in play as well. That is a Marrow Sky Swimmer. Let me think. Do I want to attack with this? I sure do. Alright, now what do I play? Gangly Stompling or Reaping Willow? It's weird because like I kind of want to play this as a surprise. Let's play the Stompling. I feel like the Stompling is something that puts enough pressure on where it might get my opponent to want to like trade or whatever. But yeah, I just want to get in a bunch of damage here. I thought they might actually double block here, but I guess I kept up some mana. Another Swamp would actually be fine here. If I draw anything. Okay. Okay. Not gonna kill anything. Let's attack with these. Yeah, it's a really awkward spot for my opponent. I mean, look. I know that they have Unexpected Assistance or any number of those types of cards. Yep. Wait, they didn't want to loot? I think they messed that up. There's just no world where you don't loot there, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, play the Swamp. Tap this. Get Eclipsed Elf back. Oh, yeah. And then we get Dawn's Light Archer. All right. There you go. Reaping Willow. And now, I mean, this is... If I can draw, like, both of my Box Leader's Embrace, Like, obviously, I can get more things back. Also, I just have a second Reaping Willow, which is great. They're just going to get rid of the Reaping Willow, which is fine. Hit me for 2 in the air. But we can still just... We can just continue to provide a lot of pressure here. I don't really want to kill the Marrow Sky Swimmer. I'm just going to attack with the Eclipsed Elf. Glamour Gifter. Okay. Wow. Well, I mean, these are all good things for my opponent to do, for sure. And I am just going to get back Eclipsed Elf, I guess. I mean, this is just so much value, right? Moon Vigil Adherence, so... I mean, we still have 5 cards in hand. We still have a decent board. Reaping Willow really helps us race what they're trying to do. They play Figure of Fable, but that is a nice target for the Box Slither's Embrace. I mean, their deck is rock solid for sure. If they have, like, a removal spell for Reaping Willow, I guess that would be kind of annoying. Okay, yeah, their deck is premium. Their deck is actually premium. Holy cow, what else do you have? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So we play this. I don't have to kill this just yet. The question is whether or not... I think I'm supposed to play Dawn's Light Archer here to just, like, minimize some of the damage that I take. And kill... And, like, just have it trade with one of the Sky Swimmers. I think that's fine. Wait. Don't they know about the Archers? So they must have something else here, right? Because now I can just block this thing. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess previously they didn't, like, convoke when I thought they would, so maybe I'm giving them, like, a little too much credit. All right. They're at 13 life. I'm at 10 life. They have 1 card left in hand. Yep. Alright, opponent at 8 life with just a 1-1. We have the superior board with the Moon Vigil Adherence in our coming up here. And they're drawing 3 and discarding 1. They discarded a Chitinous Graspling. And how do I want to attack here? I think I'm just going to attack with these 2. And then we'll play this. Alright, this should be good. It's just the Adherence is not a card I want to discard, right? So, next turn, if whatever I draw, I can do that. Whew. Their deck is amazing. Big shout out to my opponent for putting together a very, very nice deck. Alright. Good thing we drew the Eulogist, is all I'm gonna say. Boom. Yeah, I feel like the only thing they were missing were the Lords, but like it took us doing some really, really ridiculously powerful things to actually keep up with what they were doing, right? Because they had like the triple Sky Swimmer, all the Convoke stuff. We had to double Reaping Willow, Eclipsed Elf twice to like kind of eke out the advantages there. So yeah, again, great deck. Like if that deck, I would be shocked if that deck doesn't get to like 4 or 5 wins at least. All right, gonna keep this 3 swamps, but we do have the Eclipsed Elf, which can get us the green source, and we have a 2-drop. So despite like an awkward looking hand, I actually think this hand is totally fine. I'm going to go with the Swamp over the Evolving Wild just so I can play a 2-drop here in the Sneakling. Although, I guess Gravelgeel Scoundrel doesn't really do much against that. I don't really need a land. Oh, I just missed? That's actually insane. The chances of missing with Eclipsed Elf is astronomically low. Like, my entire deck is like forests and swamps and like 12 elves. So what is that? 7 of each, 14, 26. I have 26 outs times 4 or something like that. Oh my gosh. I'm actually trying to run the numbers just because of how unbelievably unlikely that was. I don't know. I played this because I really wanted to, like... First of all, I like playing Reaping Willow as, like, a surprise... Okay, well... Well, my deck does have a lot of removal. So now, like, we have outs to just drawing Assert Perfection as well. But yeah, this is going to be tough to beat. Alright, let's get a Forest. Get another Forest. Guess we're holding back. And, I mean, this is why. Like, decks like the Merfolk deck are really why you want the removal. Just being able to shut down some of their key engine cards. Like, it just worked. All this stuff works just so well together, you know? They tap down their Flyer. So I guess they're sniffing out the Dawn's Light Archer here. Yeah, this is a lot. Okay. Like 2 Pester Wellguard activations. Let's go Midnight Tilling here. Okay. So now we're giving ourselves a chance. Now, of course, if they have a removal spell, it's all, you know, they got us here. Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, it's not like they had like a, you know what I mean? These are just like mostly just commons and such, so good beats. There is the Requiting Hex. What do I Reaping Willow back? It might just be Dawn's Light Archer, honestly. And then I let them get 1 more token here, but then next turn I can kind of stabilize. But yeah, let's do that. Look, if playing a 3/6 lifelinker and a 4/2 reach creature isn't good enough here, you know what I mean? Like what will be? So. Oh, it's a Wanderwine Farewell. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a Wanderwine Farewell. Well, you know. Okay. That is a lot. I'm not going to be able to beat that. Like, I'm going to go down to, like, 7, and they're going to get another 1/1 flyer. That was, yeah. We just were a little bit too far behind there, and it really, the game kind of snowballed because they had the Gravelgeel Scoundrel and was able to basically tap down their Pestered Wellguard over and over again. And, yeah, if they can get that going, it's going to be tough, so... Good beats, good deck. 2 Merfolk decks in a row. It's almost like the world is telling me I should have drafted Merfolk in that draft, you know, in this draft, you know what I mean? All right, so we have all 3 colors, and we have a 2-drop, so certainly happy with this. Ooh, Great Forest Druid is wonderful here. Playing against a Kithkin deck with a Kinscare Sentry. They're going to attack, and it's a free attack, so I will block. Alright. Crossroads Watcher. Couple of interesting options here. Foraging Wickermaw, I guess, also blocks this, and then I can keep up Nameless Inversion, possibly. So maybe I want to do that. See what we draw here. Don't want the swamp. I can also like Sneakling and double block this if they tap out and play something. Just lots of different configurations. Okay, what do I want to do? They have lots of mana available. I can just block these two and take the 4. I can flash in the Sneakling, but that doesn't let me block, so it might be worse. I think just taking 4 here is fine. And then we just, like, see what happens. Yeah. And this plays around combat tricks, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to... Gathering Stone, that's tough. That card is so good and so hard to grind. So they didn't surveil and they kept on top. Oof. Let's play Midnight Tailing here. Ooh, Iron Shield Elf or Grave Shifter. I do like the Grave Shifter. I think I'm going to take that. I mean, Iron Shield Elf is also excellent on this board. It definitely is. I think this is a decent opportunity to go like Sneakling plus Nameless Inversion. I can also just play Dawnhand Eulogist and keep up a bunch of blockers. But I actually think I prefer the Sneakling line. Oops. We're going to get a Swamp here with the Evolving Wilds. So this is like a spell of some kind or some kind of trick. We'll see. We'll see what this is. Excuse me, I am recording on a weekend, so those footsteps are just... The kids are a bit rambunctious. 2 boys, you know how it can be. What I really want to do is cast the Eulogist and try to hit the perfect. I think that would be nice. So that's a 3/3. They can't hit another thing here, can they? No shot. Okay, well, let's crack this first. Get a Swamp. Get the Sneakling. Alright, and then make the appropriate blocks, which I think I want to trade here and block here, I suppose, and take 4. Do I want to take this damage? Sure. I don't know. I mean... What do they have? Like, they kept the card in their hand. I just don't know what it is. Is it a trick? Like, I don't want to be the first person to flinch. They kept something on hand. They kept something that's clearly not a Kithkin here. Right? Yeah, so, I mean, it's just some kind of a spell, and we'll see what it is. Alright, Champions of the Perfect is obviously great. What do I want to like, it can be the Grave Shifter. I wish I played the Grave Shifter first. Is that actually better, maybe? Just, like, get the value from the Grave Shifter and just play, like, a longer game? Yeah, I think so. And I'll just get, let's see. I think Iron Shield Elf is pretty good here. The question is, do I play the Iron Shield Elf? And the answer is no. See what they do. If they pump the Crossroads Watcher, I might be forced to go with the Nameless Inversion. I'm not sure. Like, they also could have just kept, like, a removal spell, but if they had that, wouldn't they cast it? Like, I'm really trying to figure out... It could be a protective response, you know what I mean? Alright, whatever. Okay. I just went for it. I'm like... It's just too much damage. Alright, play your spell. Oh, it was a Slumbering Walker. Okay, I see. Alright, well, we need to, you know, obviously get our value back as well. This is going to be a heck of a match. Let's play... Hold on. Champions... In case I just draw a land. Oh, no, I won't be able to. Never mind. Alright. Champions of the Perfect versus... Oh, gosh. It's an exile removal spell, too. Man, this is so brutal. Ugh. Why did they target that? I can just block with the Iron Shield Elf. Oh, and they can put counters on their Slumbering Walker? Whew. That's a lot of action. Alright, so yeah, we need a removal spell for the Slumbering Walker as well. I really don't know why this Kinscare Sentry is attacking. They might have another combat trick, I guess. And if they attack like this, why don't they attack with this one too? Okay. Block. Take that. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this attack does not make any sense. I feel like you can attack with a walker. That's fine. And you want to... Oh, I guess they want to get this back. Never mind. Sure. Never mind. I take that back. No, it does make sense. They can just use the walker to, you know, get something back. All right, Champions of the Perfect is gone. We get the Graveshifter back. They get their 2/2 back. And we're going to now have to just, like, build a big board and hope that it's good enough. Nothing really great to Graveshifter back. Let's get Eclipsed Elf out here. Hit Maralen, yes. Play Iron Shield Elf number 2. And we at least have, like, you know, a decent squad here of blockers. Like, having 3 power is pretty important against all these timid shield bearers. So. Alright, so this goes here. That has counters on it. I'm at 9 life. So this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, I guess. Sure. I mean, they can still pump if they have nothing else to do, right? Yeah. Alright, so let's discard the Eulogist. And I don't want to discard the Graveshifter, so we'll just keep it like this, I guess. Alright, so we're at 5. They get another creature back. We have Maralen. And hopefully that lets us play something. But like the problem is we don't have like infinite elves in play, but it is just a giant blocker, so. Okay, missed off of that. Don't want to play the land because I want to block with the Iron Shield Elf. Alright. Why did they get this instead of the Pumper? Okay, another card that they wanted to draw that was not a Kithkin. We have the ability to get back Eclipsed Elf right now is the best thing in our graveyard. Okay. I think I'm just going to chump here with the Foraging Wickermaw. It's like, alright, you've done... I mean, it actually didn't do anything, but, you know, let's do that. Let's start playing some elves. Trigger Maralen, get some value. Are you kidding me? A second Slumbering Walker? Holy cow. Okay, how many cards left? Okay. We're going to need to hit some goodies. Jeez. Okay. Alright, that's a Requiting Hex. We're going to get back Eclipsed Elf. Can I hit a spell? Okay. So I can play Dundalin Weaver for free and get back another permanent out of my graveyard. That's good. I have access to 3 mana. Let me see. Once each turn, you may cast a spell mana value less. Okay. Okay, sure. I want to kill the Timid Shield Bearer, by the way. What do I want to get back is the question. Because I have 16 cards left. Iron Shield Elf is actually pretty decent to get back, I think. It's just like a really good blocker. I'm trying to figure out where to put the counters. If I want to gain life with the Requiting Hex. Probably the Great Forest Druid. And let's see, that's a thing. Keep this back. Keep the elves back for now. This still blocks. We're at 7. Okay. I mean, the plan might honestly, the plan might be to like deck them somehow. We need to grind through double Slumbering Walker and an active Gathering Stone for like the entirety of the game. And all we're on is this Maralen. Like there was Dundalin Weaver. I don't know what else I could have gotten back that was good. I feel like the Iron Shield Elf is okay. It's just, I have to be mindful how many lands I choose to play, right? And this card is just super annoying. Okay. I think I prefer the mana creature more. Just block with the Dundalin Weaver, Virulent Emissary, I don't care about. I have 2 Reaping Willows in my deck. That can come in handy. I mean, I don't see a reason not to play Crossroads Watcher, so I don't even know what the consideration is there. All right. Oh, I just messed up. Oh my gosh, they can get back Dundalin Weaver. I am so dumb. I am so bad. I am so bad. That is the one thing I was supposed to not block with. Holy crap. Unreal. Okay. Luminolusk or Marrow Skyswimmer or Reluctant Downguard. No, that was so unbelievably bad. Wow. I needed to block with literally anything else. I could have blocked with Graveshifter. I could have blocked with anything else. Unreal. Ugh. That upsets me. That upsets me. I mean, they might have a difficult decision on what to actually spiral into Solitude. I don't know. But I needed to... I should have just chumped with the Graveshifter if I was chumping with anything. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. What is happening here? Okay. I mean, I have 6 blockers. All right, so let's take a look at what the blocks that make the most sense are. This going here seems fine. This here also seems fine. This here seems fine. This here seems okay. I guess I need to chump as well. This also dies. Is there any way I can eat this? No, I can't. All right, sure. Oh. Okay, well that kills us. I was like, why are they attacking like this? So, yeah, I mean, I certainly do this. I don't know if we're gonna beat Thoughtweft Charge, but we 100% didn't deserve to win that. After that, I mean, complete like giving them back Dundalin Weaver into the pacifism is just like inexcusable there, and we are now 1-2. So we got our back against the wall. I still think this deck is fine, but man, I feel like I've had some really punishing losses where like I feel like I'm playing pretty well for most of the game, and then just this like one just massive blunder. It's been happening repeatedly. So maybe I just need to take my time here, because like these are mistakes that like I generally try to avoid and not make. But man, these are like sometimes these board states get kind of complicated. I need to chump, and I just need to think about what's on their side of the battlefield, and that was a big mistake. Oh man, that... Okay. Well, let's recover from that. Double Slumbering Walker. Oof. All right. Opponent on the play here. We have one of each land type again. We're going to go turn 2 Great Forest Druid, most likely. You don't have a 1-drop. Oh, it's going to be the... What's the worst thing they can play? It's the Mud Button thing. Yeah. Alright, well this changes things. Ooh, I almost want to just kill this with Nameless Inversion. I don't want to play the Great Forest Druid until I can kill that thing. Yeah, I'm just going to kill it. I don't want to have to deal with it. That's the problem. Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's kill that. And then let's play... Great Forest Druid. Gonna take 4 damage this turn. Exiling this seems pretty good, but we'll see what happens. I really want to be able to play the Eclipsed Elf. Chaos Spewer. Okay, here. Sure. It's very good. Would love to draw a swamp here. Okay, we got the swamp. And then we can do this. Let's kill this. And let's put a counter here. All right. We're getting some things going here. Like, if we draw the Eclipsed Elf, we have a lot of ways to recur this thing, which is quite pretty good. Like, yeah, that's fine. I can just Graveshifter it back. Although right now, that's not what I'm looking to do. I'll just probably play a couple things. We have access to 5 mana. If we draw a land, then that certainly changes things. I feel like they can easily still have a removal spell for the Adherents. So, I think going like... Yeah, this is fine. Graveshifting back the Eclipsed Elf for more value. And then also playing the Iron Shield Elf here to just block everything. Like, I just have 2 clean blockers to what they have. 2 cards left in hand for the opponent. Chaos Spewer. So they're going to pay full price for this. I don't think they're going to attack me. All right. All right, so a little bit of a reprieve here. I have access to 4, 5, 6 mana. I don't really want to kill anything because this stupid thing's in play. But at the same time, like, Assert Perfection on the Chaos Spewer seems kind of perfect, right? Sure. Gangly, Stompling, or lands. I think I have enough mana at this point. The way I look at this is if they kill one of these 2 creatures, I can still trade with the other one, right? And I can block the other one here. And Boggart Prankster doesn't matter at all. So we're good. Kind of getting to the point where I can, like... I can probably attack with the Eclipsed Elf as well, honestly. 4, 5, 6 mana. I can play Adherence plus Iron Shield Elf. Let me think. Sure. What the heck is this block? Okay. So they get a 2/2 out of this deal. We get to finally play this. Play the Iron Shield Elf. Keep a swamp in hand to discard, and our board is still great. Shadow Urchin is an interesting one, sure. So my 3/1s can't attack anymore. Alright, so we'll go... Gangly Stompling. Behold. Back for 8. Okay, this is a block we will allow. We killed 3 creatures and dealt 2 damage to them. So they're at 12 life with a Shadow Urchin. Alright. The comeback happens here. Is it? Do I just play better when my back is against the ropes? Is that what's going to happen here? You know? We've done this before. The 0-2, the 1-2. Let's win 5 in a row. All right. On the play. Oof. I cannot cast anything. I'm not even close to casting anything in this hand, so I got to mulligan that one. I mean, that is certainly a hand where if that island was like a swamp, that would have been way, way better. I'm going to keep this, and honestly, I'm just going to get rid of Mischievous Sneakling. The Reaping Willow just has so much more upside, and the Sneakling is simply just like a card that I play because I need a 2-drop, right? And that's it. And I have a 2-mana play here, right? So we'll just do this. Get the swamp. Iron Shield Elf. Black-white, Figure of Fable, okay. What's funny is I probably would have... I would have gone with the Assert Perfection, but I mean, right now it's like not too threatening, and I'd rather just get the Dignitary on board right now. I think my opponent did mulligan the 5 here. Might be like a pacifism. Yeah, Spiral into Solitude. Okay. Yep, 2-3. Alright, so let's play the land. Assert Perfection. Kill you. Hit for 3. Well, the Sneakling found its way back into our hand. Well, very straightforward hand that kind of plays itself. I don't have anything to get back from the graveyard, but, you know. That is a Nightmare Sower. Which is actually kind of like the perfect creature here. I can't actually... That literally just brickwalled me. Alright, well, now we just need to find a removal spell for this, I guess. We do have plenty. Shimmer Creep does nothing. Okay. Yep. I mean, not that it doesn't do anything, it just, you know, it's... I could have discarded the Feastling to get it back to pump this. I don't know if that's where I'm at just yet. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I recognize they can just kill my Reaping Willow at any given point. Gut Splitter Gang. Oof. Okay, that is an Assert Perfection. Alright, we got to kill Nightmare Sower. We still can't really attack. Like, they're just like black-white large creatures. Okay. Marrow Sky Swimmer. Okay. They don't have great attacks. I really don't think they have great attacks. Like a 4-4 and a 3-5 just doesn't do much here. Alright, Foraging Wickermaw is the draw. So now I'm set up for Maralen if we do find one. Don't want the swamp, so that was... Already gave us a tiny bit of value. And Gut Splitter Gang, I mean, it's kind of annoying. Like, are they just going to take 3 damage every turn? Shrink their... Okay. Yeah, this card just not doing anything. Another flyer here getting in. We need like a Midnight Tilling to get something back with the Reaping Willow. Maralen would be a good draw. Champions of the Perfect would be a good draw. Box Slither's Embrace. Yes. So no Reaping Willow shenanigans anymore. Moon Vigil Adherence. Okay. I will certainly take it. Keep the land in our hand for potential Iron Shield Elf off the top for us. Alright, so that card just did nothing, right? Marrow Sky Swimmer attacks. We do have recursive elements in our deck. We have some strong cards. Ooh, Requiting Hex. Okay. Let's attack. They take the 6. Interesting. Okay. 2 cards in hand. We don't know what they have. If they triple blocked, I was going to Requiting Hex and kill the Merfolk. At least it's a nice way to gain life, too, if I need in a pinch. Okay. I'll play this Swamp, just because Reaping Willow plus activation requires it. Wow, they are just like... what is happening? They're just like, nope, I refuse. I'm going to hope to draw a removal spell, so that is what they're playing to. And that was just the weirdest match ever. That was the weirdest match ever, but you know what? I will take weird if it means that we have victories, okay? I will take all of the weird victories, and we are now sitting at 3-2. All right, we got paired against... Ooh, I'm going to keep this. I have the Midnight Tilling. Rank 132, huh? Let's go. I need a swamp. That's what we're looking for here. All right, green-white, Kithkin, turn 2 Timid Shieldbearer. No swamp there. I'm just going to run this out. Let's see. Yes, I saw Champions of the Perfect. Okay. Yes, I am sad. I am all those feelings that you have Yes, I have them. I like Iron Shield Elf here. It just kind of stops everything, right? I just got to figure out what I want to discard. Probably the Stompling. And if they pacify this, they pacify this, you know? I'd rather keep the Lifelinker, I think, for this particular matchup. Oh, that's just silly. Okay, I guess I will discard this too. Sure. I mean, that just made me discard an extra card. Did that do anything? I don't think it did. All right, well, this Reaping Willow, we're going to have to... that one's going to take a little bit of time to get going. I mean, now we're just, like, outracing them, right? Like, Miss Meadow Council, sure. Especially if I draw a Swamp, it's going to be really good. They don't really want to trade a card for their Timid Shield Bearer, right? That is really aggressive. I don't know that I love this. I can just block and discard Requiting Hex. This is the same thing. I just don't have to cast it, right? Okay. Let's kill you. Alright. Well, we kind of ran through all of our resources. Now, of course, I wish I had Champions of the Perfect going. In a decent spot here. If I draw Swamp, obviously Reaping Willow is very good. If I just... Yep. Let's attack. The question is, do I discard? I think the answer is no. And then we just play the Willow. And then if they kill the Willow, I still have an annoying 3-1 to play. That's a Tam. They could also have Spiral into Solitude as a nice double spell turn. They just have to play a defensive Dundalin Weaver. Wow. All right, so I can get something back with Reaping Willow, and I absolutely will. It lets me get back a mana value 3 or less card from the graveyard. I don't want to attack with the Iron Shield Elf this turn. But getting it back next turn seems okay. It just makes it really hard for them to block. The other option is like a Gangly Stompling, which just tramples over for a bunch. Maybe that's good too. Yeah, maybe the Stompling's actually better. They're going to have to take this. So now I have like 2 giant tramplers and Iron Shield Elf that I can pitch a card to next turn. Because they have already demonstrated that they're really willing to trade, like, cards for my elf. So I just want to, you know, if I draw another land later, I can pitch that one. And so I can just pick my spots with the elf instead of just taking that trade. Because obviously I'm not discarding the tree or discarding the Moon Vigil Adherence. So I don't know. Like, if I feel like my opponent's the type of person to not block, then I would have attacked. But based on what we saw the first few turns and, like, they're behind... So I think they're just going to block anyways. It's like, oh, if they discard a threat, then they're not going to play a threat that turn. And I think that's okay for them. All right, opponent on the play here. I'm going to keep this. I'm on the draw. I have 2 swamps. But I basically have all black spells. So if I just keep, like, you know, sometimes, you know, it's just like, if I just keep drawing swamps, I can still just play, like, a very regular, normal, good game of Magic. And so I'm okay with this. Hoping they play a 2-drop. No 2-drop. Okay, well that's a little bit sadder. Let's get Iron Shield Elf going. Evolving Wilds here was a little bit weird, but we'll still make it work. I still have plays. Green, green, green. Nothing. Oh, Dawn's Light Archer maybe? It could be. In which case I'm going to have to fire off this Nameless Inversion. Oh, just straight nothing? This is like an unkeepable hand. Mystic, what were you? Come on, Mystic. Mystic. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna get the Forest. This way, if I draw Forest or Swamp, I have a play next turn. You know what I mean? They have nothing to play here. They didn't play it last turn. The problem here is if they do draw their, like, swamp or whatever, then we're in trouble. Oh, Dundalin Weaver, okay. Okay, oh, we drew the swamp, okay. Whoa. It's a... Oh, Guilt Leaf, whatever. Okay. Well, I guess we just kill it. It sucks that I can't play anything here, but I think given the fact that I have this nameless inversion, it's not as bad, where there is a reasonable chance they just play something I can nameless inversion, and I don't know, getting the clean 2-for-1 instead of the 1-for-0 seems like a decent spot. And all right, we are coming back. Our opponent kept a very, very bad hand. Granted, I mean, we kept a little bit of a sketchy one too, but I at least gave my reasonings. I mean, they probably had some good reason too. All right, 5-2. We went from 1-2 to 5-2. Hey, now we're like, no matter what happens, like we're still in a good spot. We got our gems back. We made the little bit of a comeback here. I am almost fully recovered from the massive punt in game number 3. All right, we are on the play here. I am going to keep this hand. I have 2 lands. I have plenty of 2-mana plays. This hand, of course, needs a few more lands to get going. Let's play the Lissalana Dignitary. We'll behold a sneaky, mischievous sneakling. Yeah, I'll land at next turn. Oh, I just realized something. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, hold on. Hold on. If I can draw a land here, it's going to be like the most epic turn ever. Huh. 3-1, 2-3. I have Requiting Hex for this, but I really need mana. So what I really should do, so what the awesome play was to nameless inversion this thing, and if I draw a land, I can play Eclipsed Elf. But that's not an option. So instead, I mean, we'll see what they do. I really can't, I cannot have them kill my Dignitary. I'm going to take 3 here because I want to kill something bigger potentially, right? If they play a 3-drop. If they don't, then fine. And that is a Creekwood safe, right? Let's kill this. Okay, we drew the land. So we can tap this for green, play Eclipsed Elf. Swamp would be fine. Okay. I guess we'll just take forests. They know we have the Sneakling. The thing is, like, this card is just not going to have that many more targets, so I'm just going to cast it. You know what I mean? Like, Requiting Hex is the type of card where, like, if you have a target, you go for it. You know what I mean? So that is a 2-1. Let's attack with this. Then we can still play the Eulogist. So I have 2 good blockers for the Extractor. Oh my gosh, there's like all... Oh, wait, is that all of my blue sources? It's the Wicker Mall and the Island. That's not ideal. I do have... Shoot. Oh, I can get the Wicker Mall back with the Reaping Willow if I ever get to that point. Although it's going to take a bit. But that is a line, right? That's certainly a direction I can go. Scarblade Scout, okay. So, I mean, at least like a bunch of our forests are on the bottom. I do have the tree as well, the 2-mana 0-4. Oh god, this is so brutal. I don't even know what to do. Like, do I just go all in? Or am I supposed to just take it here and then just like hit them back? I don't know. If they have the guilt thing, it's going to be really bad for me. Light Rod's okay. That's totally fine, actually. I mean, look, it was a 3-for-2. I lost some cards, sure. But, like, it's still okay, you know what I mean? 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I would love a blue source, but I don't have any. Swamp is an okay draw. Okay. I make the obvious blocks. Yep. Alright. Well, now we're in some trouble because they wiped out my board. I did draw Swamp, so I get to play Reaping Willow and hope they don't kill it. They have 4 cards in hand somehow. Alright, Eclipsed Elf. Oh, if they have Box Slither's Embrace here, it's like a true disaster. And I think they do. Maybe they don't. Okay. Okay, wait. We have hope. We have hope. The problem is getting back Foraging Wickermaw just seems so obscenely weak. I just can't get myself to do it. Like, if I could play the Maralen this turn, I might consider it, but I'm just going to get back Eclipsed Elf. Don't need more lands. Five cards in hand for the opponent. Oh, gosh. Flying for... Okay, so they built their own Baneslayer Angel, you say. Fair enough. Lissalana Informant. Okay. Iron Shield Elf. Okay. Bog Slither's Embrace. That's a super interesting draw. So I'm going to put a counter on the Reaping Willow. I have like... Did I use a Requiting Hex? I have another Bog Slither's Embrace. So I think it's worth it though. Like, we have one more, and giving myself the out of being able to draw another one to blight onto the Willow I think is worth it. So let's kill the flyer. Put it here. And 2/5 still blocks everything, right? And the nice thing here, by the way, is I mean, we're just like, it's, you know, it's just an even board state, right? But I can play the Dawn's Light Archer to ambush the Abigail. And they don't know about it, so. Obviously, if they kill the Reaping Willow, that's another thing. Oh. Well, I guess we'll just play this then. Alright, you get the Maralen. Honestly, getting the, you know, I can't even cast it anyways. I'd rather have the 4/2 in play so that they don't attack me with the Abigail. So. Alright, even board state. There is the... There is the Evolving Wilds. I will actually play it here. Because that way, if I draw Reaping Willow, I can, like, play it and activate it right away. I think. Although, I do have Iron Shield Elves in my deck. Maybe I'm supposed to keep it, actually. Alright, so now we kind of have a bit of a stalemate here. I just don't want to trade anything with the Informant here. And because I have, like, what, two forests on the bottom, thinning out the deck doesn't even matter that much. Yeah, I have, like, 2 lands on the bottom. So, yeah, I'm just going to play this Swamp. Unbury? Oh, no. Okay, it's not. Whew. Okay, that is the Iron Shield Elf. Here's the thing, too, though. I don't think I'm going to play it yet. Like, at this point, like, nothing is happening. The way that I win this game is with Champions of the Perfect. Although, I guess I can start attacking with it. I don't know. I feel like the upside is higher to just try to draw Champions of the Perfect. Same thing with the Gangly Stompling. Seven. I wonder what they have in their hand. I'm just playing to my outs. What else do I have? Maralen was another really good card. Pitiless Fists. Oh, yeah, that's good on the Archer. Wait, what? Sure. Oh, I guess it has First Strike, so I can't actually block it. All right, so now we have to, like... I mean, we also have removal in our deck. Okay. Oh, wait just a second. Wait just a second. Oh, this is good. I just wanted the Eclipsed Elf to die, honestly. Alright. So now we go Box Slither's Embrace, Blight, kill this. Oh my gosh, another Blossoming Defense? Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Another Iron Shield Elf. Champions of the Perfect is like... So, okay, I should play the Stompling here, I think. Then we can hold on. It's just good use of the mana. Keep this land still. This thing's gonna keep trucking away. Man, they had a thing there? That's unfortunate. Okay, alright. So, I mean... They are 100%... yeah. I mean... They're definitely outdrawing us here at this point. Alright, let's just make some blocks here, I guess. Alright, let's... I have removal and I have Champions of the... Oh my gosh, okay. I have removal and I have Champions of the Perfect still in my deck. I have an Assert Perfection, another... I drew both my Box Slithers, actually. Dawnhand Eulogist. Yeah, okay. Alright. Grave Shifter, okay. 7 mana. Ooh, I can get Maralen! Because I have the Great Forest Druid, right? And just hope they don't have a removal spell here. But that might be a path to victory here. We can just deck them as long as we don't die next turn, right? Alright, I'm giving myself outs here to not die, right? As long as they don't draw like a removal spell here, I think we're going to be okay. So we just need to, again, just be mindful of our life total. This goes here. This goes here. And... whatever, this goes here. Sure. I'm at 4. Okay. Just don't have a removal spell, and we got this. Oh, yes! Oh, wow, what a game. What a game. Wow. I for sure thought we were going to lose that game, but my opponent, that was a dangerous game they played with that Dawnhand Eulogist. And I think if they got like almost anything else, they probably are looking really good there. Really good game. We're now at 6 wins with a shot at a trophy. What a... whew. 5 wins in a row. Let's make it 6. All right, on the play. Ooh. We got turn 2 Great Forest Druid into turn 3 Champions of the Perfect. Love to see that. Although, I don't actually have a creature to play afterwards, but you know, it's fine. We'll get there. Do not play Requiting Hex. Good. I mean, look. If they don't kill it, it's still just a 6/6, you know what I mean? So, I played a turn 3 6/6 with upside if I ever draw a creature. So that's a creature for Box Slither's Embrace, which I hope they don't have. They played it very quickly, which makes me believe that they have it. Yeah. Man, I mean, honestly, like, our hand was, like, kind of all in on that. Oh, no, no. Just kidding. Just kidding. Creature. Dang it. They're like, should I block? Oh, man. Okay. Wow, no creature is unfortunate, but we will live. Hopefully. Boggart's Mischief. I see. That is a weird card to see in this configuration. I don't think I care about blighting here. So they're going to blight onto the Stompling, and then my champions can still attack. Come on! Give me a land! Or, sorry, give me a creature! Okay. Just anything. They did miss a land drop, so... Another Boggart's Mischief, okay. Well, now things are getting kind of dicey. 2 drains here. Okay. Let's get a blue source just in case, like, they kill my 0-4. Okay, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Green, black. Play this. Behold. Okay. It's any creature, right? Okay. Foraging Wickermaw. Okay, well, at least we get to surveil here. Reaping Willow I will absolutely keep. Let's attack for 6. The nice thing about the Reaping Willow, lifelink. That's big. And no need to Box Slither's Embrace anything right now. I don't actually have a creature in my graveyard to get back, but, you know, it replaces itself. Which is fine. Nothing, huh? Okay. I kind of don't want to attack with Champions of the Perfect if my opponent passes like this. You know what I mean? It's like they just drew land number 4 and they pass with 4 mana up. I just don't want to attack with this. I mean, yeah, it really doesn't matter. Like, like this is a in case I don't get anything back. Like, I'm gonna play this and then see what we hit. Okay, that is a Sneakling. Let's see. Whenever you cast a creature spell, I kind of like getting back the 4 Wickermaw though, so I'm just gonna do it. I know I'm missing out on the. If I draw a Swamp, I can play this again, obviously. But having a 3/6 lifelinker seems great. I will keep that. I'll keep the land in my hand. Okay. This way, like, even if they kill Champions of the Perfect, like, I have a pretty good board. Prideful Feastling, okay. Vile Boggart, okay. So let's start things off with you. Okay. Wait. I gotta think about how... Like, so the Champions of the Perfect is a free attack. So is the Reaping Willow. So let's attack. They both have 6 toughness. And we can figure stuff out later. Also, I should probably just main phase play this out. Because, like, I could draw, like, another 3-mana elf or something. I guess if I draw a 4-mana card, I would have wanted to play the land the previous turn. So maybe that was a misstep. Yeah, this Boggart Mischief, I don't think is going to get it done. Alright, another Box Slither's Embrace, but nothing on the other side. Like, I'm not concerned about anything on the other side, so we're just going to pass. By the way, I do have double Box Slither's Embrace plus Reaping Willow. So that's something if I lose a creature, for sure. Ooh, Eclipsed Elf. Yes, please. Ooh, I don't know if I like the way that I tap that. Grave Shifter. Oh my gosh. I'm going to hold that one in case this thing dies. Okay, now what? Let's see. Yeah, I don't... Oh, I guess I have the Wicker Moss, so it's not that bad. I actually don't think I care about putting counters here. I'm so far ahead right now. I think I'd rather just... put it on here. And then I can just get like a really big attack in. I can also kill the Feastling, but I think I want to save my removal. Let's just do this. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I mean, they are at a... I mean, they have done a lot of... They've done a really good job of just gaining a ton of life. I mean, this has definitely kept them alive. But I think we should still be okay here. Oh, why did... I meant to play Box Slither's Embrace. Okay, well... Let's see. If they block here, they go to 15, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. Okay, so we just attack with everything. They have to block here. If they eat a 2-drop, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18 damage, they go to 15. Yep. I think... Does this... Okay, they go to 1. Alright, fair enough. Oh, turn 3, Champions of the Perfect with some backup. Getting it done. They put up the good fight. They sure did, but we just overpowered them. And guess what, folks? Look, when we were sitting at 1 and 2, after the really bad block that I made to allow their Slumbering Walker to get back Dundalin Weaver, don't lie. I know what you were thinking. I know what I was thinking. I was just like, oh, he doesn't have it. Not for this draft, at least. You know what I mean? It's like he's playing a little loose. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, how are you going to recover from that? And guess what? We kept trucking along. R for resilience. And we got it done here, rattling off 6 wins in a row. And we had some really great games in this one. So that was awesome. The game where we milled out our opponent with Maralen by saving Maralen plus Elf. Right? Because we drew the 0-4 to be able to cast the Maralen with the Grave Shifter. That was an incredible game. We had some people with like really aggressive starts. Iron Shield helped a lot for that. Our interaction was great. The fact that I was able to piece together Box Slither's Embrace plus Reaping Willow and even recognizing, you know what I mean? And like using the Blight twice to get some value. That was also really, really nice. So, I mean, we just had some really, really incredible games here so far. Good interaction, which I have admittedly been tossing to the side, and I feel like it's still important to get some. So I think a good, like, getting 4 or 5 pieces of removal is still important. There's a lot of just, like, creatures you just have to kill still, right? Like, you gotta kill Champions of the Perfect, or Moon Vigil Adherents, cards of that nature. Shout out to Reaping Willow, also providing lots and lots of value. Now, this card... very difficult to cast. It is a very, very high cost to put this in your deck. But think about what you're getting, though, right? You're getting a 3/6 lifelinker and the ability to get back another creature, which is, of course, fantastic. We had 8 black sources, but we also had the Wicker Maw, which is like a 9th black source, plus the Great Forest Druid, which is like a 10th black source. So, you know, I think that's kind of where you want to be. Like, minimum, you want the 9, but if you really want to play these triple-pipped cards... You want to get up to 10 if possible. And I feel like, at least in a base green deck with like Midnight Tillings and stuff, you can kind of get there, and it certainly was fine. If I'm playing like a Goblins deck, like I didn't play that in the Merfolk deck. I think this card is just also especially good in a Merfolk Elf deck with a lot of like various self-mill effects. So all in all, really, really happy with my result. Hopefully this allows us to start our journey, get back to our winning ways. And again, want to hit Mythic as quickly as possible. Literally 3 minutes from now, I will be doing my Patreon stream, and hopefully we can put together another trophy in that run as well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. You want to buy some booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed? You want to pre-order some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.